My friends, foolish born again Christians who are believers and not thinkers.
Yeah, Zoe once again. You know, when you're young, you believe everything, but when you grow, you need to question them. These are some questions, very relevant. Don't be offended. Better music. All right, tie. Many so time me who we are seeing me no. And I yesu beba maybe sa nebia na wengu. Fise free tete. A Christ of Jesus is coming soon 20 years ago. And so still I won't do. Common sense in judgment in answer that why you garden of feeding. Onyakopon said we are the wembu. Yeah. To be on the map on summer went to. We was a bon summer me bonia me kujemu. When you blasphemy, but me who say it make sense. On the ball me or mama journey for self defense. When I go bob on some many paya bonia, I then I won't couldn't to avoid more offense. But when kumbun sam no koneba. Before then, we be who being keka. Or not this room for when te mene aquanantena. Na jana jatia so na jebesha manager konya. Hey, who be the enemy? Samoka sebon samoa a Sunday so funny. O Christonia uni do, munyame sumponi. Na mobon paye tututu, na bruni make more money. And pabon save your economy, so shut up. Use the common sense. Yeah, you might bo woman nenya with daily bread. Na two we japa dia who fence. O kwa so you one ko body na the church. Utu yesika de months of war na yire na wekesh. Unyankopon we need bank account. Nyame so pane so bebe kakra ko hwenyanka. Utu ya wo tight, tu ya wo dues, $1 pounds. And so make us say you be pon sorry akodim pampa. With all due respect, ya marry asem esum nyame o. Unyankopon boy say ye meso me ye ho. Enti we ye lawyer nia, we ye doctor nia, we ye teacher nia, di no kure eno ano no. CSF Abraham be Moshe. Nana yeso nkante manka Ghana antiti say religion ti kamia yese nyansa nya adwuma biemu. Yato yenkocha na twe na kofa broni die no. Wuhia bibeni a yefre wo sen, was your friend me Frederick. And so be who broni bia your friend Kofi Konto. Ya your identity. So who gonna be called the brethren? Broni send kete that's why bibeni mbobo. Adwene ne ho abode ne bre. Obi ene ho awotwe bibie sika da ho awompe. Wa broni ka prayer de to ahwede. Enti Africa, yanto ye ne meye be ye mobo. Your friend is away nyom ne ye me bomo kokko.
Mr. On the beat. Eye opener on this one. These are the words of a wise man. Nobody carries a heavy burden than he who has evil intentions. Once there's a creation, there must be a creator. God, whose supernatural powers and miracles can only be found in the book, but not in real life, is equal to a God who never existed. Nasajina Nyejuma, body no Abraham ben Moshe, leader of Common Sense family. No size. Wagwan P Black.
What a new way to cool off and quench your thirst. And now everyone is enjoying the surprising experience of Paradise Park treated drinking water. Hi. Join the refreshing experience and enjoy the all-new Paradise Park treated drinking water. Paradise Park treated drinking water. Drink pure, live more.
You can't use logic in the church. You can't use logic. Using logic in the church will disprove the belief system. This is the logic. All loving God created Satan. No, only Satan at the top. And Satan started confusion. This all loving God, when come Satan, Bible say the wages of sin is death. Satan ye bonia nyankopen kuno. Another concept. Almost says away bonia, a Satan and a jijo and our year bonnie. And Satan so eba be born no. Who was Satan? Who jiji Satan to become Satan? Christianity is a business.
Yeah.
Jesus is the product. Christians are the customers. Your prophet and your pastors are the beneficiaries.
Yeah.
Logic and common sense.
Good morning. Good morning, CSF. Good morning around the world. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are watching us from. Welcome to Pan-African Voices of Ghana and Africa as a whole. My name is Lifestone GH and I'll be your host this morning. And this morning we are going to have an interesting discussion. Please, when you come, do share the video. Do share the video for us to continue. As a Christian nation, as we call ourselves, okay, Ghana, we call ourselves a Christian nation. So we have this strong belief that whatever we do, we must begin with a prayer, okay? We are a Christian nation, so whatever we do, we must begin with a prayer. So let's just take some prayer, and I'll be back with you shortly. Thank you. That we say a big amen to that useless kind of exercise. Thank you. This morning, I'm here I want to share my views on Rosemont Brown's issue, aka Equiapim Poloo. There are a lot of comments going on social media. A lot of people are saying all other stuff. People are playing with emotions. Some people are like behaving like the typical black man. Pull him down, pull her down. All those kind of things are going on. But unfortunately, this morning that I'm here, my conversation is going to be critical and a bit different from what you are thinking. Let me start it this way. If you are in a country where your laws and systems was created for you by a colonial master, okay? Everything, let's not forget, the laws that we are using in Ghana, none of these laws were written by Ghanaians themselves, okay? None of these laws were written by Ghanaians themselves. The laws were given to us by people who colonized us and left us with this kind of laws, okay? And over the years, it's been 64 years down the line, and we've not still tried to change anything with the laws. Now, this is my problem. The citizens have, you see, the country as a whole, let's take the country as a whole as human beings, where we have the leaders at the top and we have the citizens as the body. The leaders are the head of the country, while the citizens are the body of the country. So when the head refuses to think, the body will suffer. And that is exactly what common sense family is about. That when the brain refuses to work, the body suffers. You understand? So our leaders are not using their brain and it's not working, and we are suffering. And what are the laws in Ghana? There are a lot of the laws in Ghana which was given to us 64 during the, let's say even during the time of Kwame Nkrumah. Most of these laws were not written by our own people, but was given to us by people. When the citizens have started, the citizens are fed up with leadership, okay? When the citizens are fed up with leadership, the next thing they look to for is justice. The problem happening in Ghana right now is our citizens are going to be fed up with our justice system. Our citizens are going to be fed up with our justice system. And where the country as a whole is heading towards has got no bright future. Because when the citizens lose interest, or when the citizens lose their trust and hope in the Justice Department of Ghana, it's going to turn into turmoil. Yes, this morning I'm going to use strong languages. And please, when you come, Otuntuma Humbrasini, I see you. Moses Ghana Ba, Obo, I see you. Please, when you come, do share this video for me. What happened? I am not here in support of Equiapim Poloo. Please, let me first make this statement clear. I am a Ghanaian citizen who wants the system in Ghana to work. Some of the systems in Ghana that should work includes our law, our legislature. Okay? So I am someone who is a number one upholder of the Ghana law and Ghana constitution. So I am not here to defend Ekuapim Poloo in any way, but I am here coming to do critical analysis of the Ekuapim Poloo's case, because every case, everything that happens is an open door to a new thing. We are so grateful with the Ghana Justice Department for sentencing Ekuapim Poloo and for finding her guilty. We are so grateful that the law has taken its course. We are grateful. That is excellent. That is the system that we want to work in Ghana. The law is working. Now, look at the title of my video. I said Ekuapim Poloo as a scapegoat to the poor people. Ekuapim Poloo has been sentenced. The law has worked. But this morning, I'm coming to tell you the laws in Ghana, they are working and who they are working for. So Ekuapim Poloo, like the judge said there are a lot of things happening on our media space with these celebrities, and they are trying to use Ekuapim Poloo as a scapegoat or to set as an example for these things that are happening. Accepted. But what I see is this. Ekuapim Poloo was used as a scapegoat and to set a warning to the ordinary citizens, to the poor citizens of Ghana who do not know anybody or are not in any higher place to defend themselves. So if you know you are a Ghanaian, with all due respect, and you know where you are, and you don't have connections, you don't know people, then Ekuapim Poloo case sets as an example for you, poor citizen, to be aware of the things that you are doing, or else the law will deal with you. That means the law is working. Ekuapim Poloo was found guilty on 3 charges. It is only 2 that I'm very interested in, okay? The first charge was about publishing nudity. Okay, the first charge was about publishing nudity, and the second charge was from the Ghana Child Services. They claiming Ekuapim Poloo showing her nudity to her son will traumatize the child. Excellent, excellent. I said, if that is the law, I am with the law. I support the law. Now, come to think of it, Ekuapim Poloo showed her nakedness to her own son, and the Ghana Child Services is telling us that this can traumatize the child, so it means this is child abuse. I'll be there. Let's look at the nudity that Ekuapim Poloo was jailed for. Ekuapim Poloo never showed her vagina. She never showed her breast on any published site. Ekuapim Poloo did not show her vagina nor breast. Because when it comes to Ghana, when you say the word nudity, nudity would be extended to someone showing their private parts in public. So Ekuapim Poloo, she is not the first and she is not the last publicating such things on our media space. No, there are people who are there. If Schwarzenegger would be doing a live video with her children at the background wearing just panty on a live camera whilst she's going up and down on a live video where case of people are watching, that one is not nudity. That one, she is not traumatizing her children. We are in Ghana when the son of Hanatete, Honorable Hanatete, was fucking his own girlfriend in his car and recorded it and brought it to the media space. Look, this morning, I'm here to talk. Rengana, when Hanatete, the son of Hanatete, an honorable minister, was fucking his own girlfriend in his car and recorded it and shared it on the media space. They killed the story. You know, they were able to kill the story to the extent that even when you share that video on WhatsApp, it's rejected. What happened to the son of that honorable minister? Look, if the law is working and I support the law, whatever the law is dealing with Equiapim Poloo should not be exempted from anybody. The law should deal accordingly with each citizen. No citizen of Ghana should be above the Ghanaian law. Please share this video for me. So most of us who are making noise about this Equiapim Poloo issue, I am not making noise because Equiapim Poloo is innocent. No. I am here to talk because if the law can deal with Equiapim Poloo, then the law should have been able to deal with Hanatete's son. And the law should be able to deal with Efia Schwarzenegger. The law should be able to deal with a lot of this. There is a girl in Ghana who is a musician. Her name is Nafi X. Nafi X. Go and look for Nafi X and look at the outrageous things that Nafi X is doing. She can do a video. She can write a song and name the song Clitoris and Penis and be singing it live in public. And the video is more than porn acts. It's more than a porn movie. Go and look for that girl, Nafi X. If the law can deal with Equiapim Poloo, the law should be able to deal with Hanatete's son. The law should be able to deal with Akufo-Addo's son. The law should be able to deal with Kennedy Agyapong's children. The law should deal with everyone equally. Equiapim Poloo was not jailed just because the law caught her. She was jailed because she found herself in a position where she's defenseless. And the lawyer, you see, with all due respect, I have not gone to law school, but the lawyer of Equiapim Poloo, I don't think that man is actually a lawyer or have even studied what is law. Because I take a look back at the Equiapim Poloo's picture, the picture that she's been sentenced 90 days for. And I look at the picture and I was trying to compare the picture with nudity. And please, there are some of our people who claim they are abroad and they talk as if they are very ignorant. They are hypocrites. They are hypocrites. Look, in US, 14th July of every year is a National Nudity Day. National Nude Day. In Amsterdam, there are festivals that they celebrate nude. No one wears anything. Some of them use it to ride bicycles. Some of them use it to drum. Look, we have a whole lot of things. But you see, when your colonial master sets laws for you as a slave, the laws are not meant for you to be equal with him. So the colonial master is trying to set a standard for you that you are lower. So the laws that they set for you would always make you low. The same Ghanaians who are shouting about Equiapim Poloo, this Equiapim Poloo, that they are the fan, they are the top fans of Cardi B and someone like Nicki Minaj. I said the Ghanaians, the so hypocrite Ghanaians who are shouting Equiapim Poloo, jail her, jail her. These same Ghanaians, when you go inside their media space, they are the top fans of Cardi B, who is a stripper, and Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj comes on live video with her ass showing, and a Ghanaian person loves Nicki Minaj so much, but a Ghanaian person would hate her own for doing same. That is hypocrisy. What is not good for Atta is not good for the other. We do we do not try to bring our own people down. So the Ghana Justice Department, please, the justice in the country should not be set for a certain people in the country. Look, we were in this country, election 2012. An honorable minister sat on a live radio and said he has declared war between Ashantis and Evers. If you're an Ashanti, wherever you meet an Ever person, if you have a stake, use it on his neck. Strike them wherever you find them. We were in this country when an honorable minister sat live on radio and made such a declaration that he has declared war. Was even called? Did someone even question him? We were in this country when an honorable MP was attacking a private investigative journalist and was trying to defame the character of this journalist and went to the extent of saying, wherever you find them, beat them. Ahmed Swali's life was lost during this process. It was during the same time period. Who has been called today? Ahmed Swali's case. Who has been arrested? They have not even arrested a cockroach. We are in this country when there was election and they claimed a citizen has went to grab a ballot box and they were shot down. Not even arrest. They were shot down. They killed instantly. We were in this country. Election 2020. Citizens were shot for trying to grab ballot box. We are in the same country when our parliament house turned into a movie theater. When parliamentarians were grabbing ballot box and pushing each other and fighting in parliament. It has happened to Poloo. Yes. Her lawyer has put her in that situation. When I listened to the lawyer of Poloo, I got a bit angrier because the lawyer said there is a clause in the Ghanaian article that shows what she's being accused of is not any severe case. So when she pleads guilty and does not waste the time of the court, they will be lenient on her. That was the reason the lawyer advised Poloo to just go and plead guilty. That is a problem. What kind of a lawyer is this? If you are a lawyer, we should be able to try the law of the country. We should put the law to test. Even me, I can stand boldly and tell you that picture Poloo posted was not a complete nudity picture because none of her private parts were showing. She took a photo of her side. Her breast was not showing because as a media person, as an artist, she knew what she was doing. So she even used her hair to cover the side of her breast. And I can show you such photos that are in the Ghana media space for a very long time. I can show you tons and thousands of them. Ghana musicians, Ghana celebrities. I can show you tons and thousands of them. But the lawyer failed her. But if that is the law, that she should go to jail, I have no problem with it. But I am saying, if that same law should be applied on Akufo-Addo and Hannah Tete's children, should they also be imprisoned for it? When this country, when Nyankechi was caught live on camera, accepting bribe, Nyankechi was caught live on camera, accepting bribe. Where is Nyankechi? Is it the same law? Or does the law only apply when it comes to someone's morality, but the law does not apply when it comes to the economic situation of the country? We're in Ghana when money was flown in helicopter all the way to Brazil to deliver money to some football people who went there to play football. They came and they could not even account for whatever they went to do there. We were in Ghana when someone forged a document as a judgment debt and went to court to receive 51 million Ghana cedi. Woyome is working there freely. Where is the Justice Department? Where is the Justice Department? We were in Ghana when a JB Dankwa was murdered in his own room. Where is the Ghana Justice Department? You see, very soon immediately the youth lose interest in the Justice Department. Our leaders will not want what would happen next. And I'm not predicting anything. I'm just telling you the truth. Our leaders would not like what will happen next if the youth should lose their complete interest in the Justice Department, because I've realized justice in Ghana means being rich. The poor man in the country, the people who knows nobody, the people who don't have any connection, they are not entitled to justice. So when it comes to them, we can deal with them according to the law. Yes. We're even in this country when a pastor said he was an evangelist trying to act like Elijah or something, removed himself naked with all his pennies on, roaming on the streets of Accra, and he was preaching. Where was the law? How many children did this man meet on the street that day? Were the children traumatized? We're in Ghana when someone like Poloo sat on a live television, removed his pennies to show the entire world. Where was the law? Poloo does not deserve to be used as a scapegoat to warn other people. Right? Hannah Stetter's child, Honorable Minister Hannah Stetter's son, who was fucking his own girlfriend and recording it in a car and posted it live on social media, he was not supposed to be used as a scapegoat. But if Yapin Poloo can be used, why? Because she has nobody. Is that the Justice Department? Is that the justice that the country claims? Is this how the citizens are being protected? The real criminals are there. Yes. You can see the Ghanaian police. They can put up squad buses of people just to go to Nima and catch wee boys. The wee boys who are taking weed, and it does not affect the Ghana economy, they will focus on them. You can be in this country. We are in Ghana when an honorable minister, Ken Oforiatta, was accused of fraud. Okay? When Ken Oforiatta, the Minister of Finance, was accused of fraud, he came out boldly, gave you an article that no one has got the right to investigate him. Ghana Justice Department. Every fraudulent case that has happened in this Akufo-Addo administration, since day one, you have always found the name of one person in it, Ken Oforiatta, the finance minister. He said and gave an article that no one has got the right to investigate him. Where is the Justice Department? Where is the Justice Department? Yes, thank you. The son of Dr. Williams. He was having a threesome in a pool, and he brought it live on social media. Yes. What was done to him? You see, this is why the youth are going to remember all these things, and the youth are going to be fed up with the kind of justice you people are giving under this country, and you are not going to like the end result. We're in Ghana when an investigative journalist went to investigate judges who were receiving goat, sheep, yams, cassava for judging cases. Where was the end of it? Where is the Justice Department? Equiapin Poloo? You think Equiapin Poloo deserves what she got, right? Where are the judges who were receiving the cows, the sheep, the goats, and the yams to judge cases? Where are they? Is that justice? And when the youth get fed up, the country, we guys should be very careful. Our leaders should be very careful. What they are teaching us, we are learning it, and very soon, when we can no longer, when we see that there is nothing more to lose or there is nothing more to gain, how we are going to live is going to put them in trouble. And if they don't take time, their children are going to bear the consequences of their actions. I don't care about Equiapim Poloo too much. No. When Equiapim Poloo did that, and I was one of the people who came live and condemned it, that she should have done that. But at the end of the day, child services. Look, let me come to the child services of Ghana. Do they know their work at all? Look, Equiapim Poloo is a single mother who is bringing up her own son. Most of these celebrities who are saying she should be jailed, most of you can't even have your own children. Most of you are abortion materials. You abort babies like you are taking water every day. I came with fire. I said most of these social media celebrities who are shouting, oh, she should be jailed, she should be jailed. There are people who, they do abortion like they are taking water, like they are drinking water. They don't even have children of their own. Equiapim Poloo does not beg anyone to take care of her son. And if you are here telling me the son seeing the nakedness of the mother traumatizes the son, then I said the Ghana Child Services, they don't know what they are doing. Now, let me show you what will traumatize a child. Ghana Child Services. Look, we are in Ghana. All these things. Let me show you all these things happening in Ghana. The Ghana Child Services, they are here, right? I know this video will go far. They watch it. Okay? Yes. Let's look at some of these things. Look at this. Yes. Do they see this on the street? Ghana Child Services, child rights. Do you see these things on the street of Ghana? Every blessed day, 24/7, child hawkers are roaming on the streets of Accra and every village that you go. Child services. Do you see these things on our streets? Child services. Where is the child services? Do they even know what traumatized children? How does this child see the nakedness of his own mother traumatize him? Rather than carrying loads of things on the heads of this child to roam on the streets to sell. What is the child services? Do they know their work? Do they know what they stand for, or they just wanted their name to come on air? So they tried to use this Equiapim Poloo case as a means of shining that, oh, Ghana Child Services, we are here. Ghana Child Services. I said, what child in Ghana deserves to go to school in this building? Child Services, tag them. Ghana Child Service, this is a school in Ghana. What would traumatize a child than a child going to school in such a building? You are telling me the nakedness of a mother traumatizes her own son. What kind of traumatize is this? What is this? Ghana Child Services. Do they know these things are existing in our country? Now, do they know? Do they know? Look at where children are sitting to learn. Look at this structure. Just look at this structure. When the wind blows. You see, these are how many children there. Equiapim Poloo has just one son, who she's traumatizing with her nakedness. When this structure, wind blows and this structure goes down, how many children under this thing do a country lose? How many children are we going to lose when this structure fails? Ekuapim Poloo use her nakedness to traumatize her own child? Is that what you people are telling me? Once we are in the same country, we are in Ghana. We are in Ghana, where the average man cannot even rent a 2-bedroom house. So you have a family of 6 to 7 people living in a single room. The nakedness of our parents is what we grew up, we saw every day, and it has never traumatized any of us. The fact that Ekuapim Poloo decided to share that picture on social media, that was the problem I had with her. But if I should have a problem with Ekuapim Poloo showing her nakedness to her son, I don't see any, I don't even see the reason behind it. I said, come to Ghana, go to Choco, go to Jamestown, go to all these zongos. They are a family of 10 people living in a single room. Some even sleep in kiosks. What is nakedness of your parents? We see it every time. How does the nakedness of your own mother and father traumatize you? How is this a child abuse of my child or my son seeing my nakedness? How am I abusing my son when my son sees my nakedness? That's not even here what I'm here to talk about. I'm here to talk about the law. So, child rights. If you want children's right to work, these are the things that you should be fighting for. If you indeed, you want us to know you exist, the Child Rights Services of Ghana, if you want us to know you exist, these are the things you should be looking for. Not this, not this, not this, not this, this thing. I don't know how this child is traumatized. Between this child and this child, who is traumatized? Between these two children, who should we call traumatized? Look at the child in this picture. Look at both pictures. And let's look at this girl. Who should be traumatized? Who should we say is traumatized? Who is being abused? Let's take it to the abuse time. Who is abusing who? You are telling me the mother standing in front of her own son naked is abusing the son. And you are telling me this is not abuse. This one is not abuse. This one is okay. This is okay. Right? This is okay. This one, this thing, this structure that children are living in is okay. This one is okay. This is no form of abuse. This is not abuse. But this one becomes an abuse. This is abuse. This is the kind of system that we are in. This, we call this abuse, and we see these things. We see these ones to be normal. Yes. So every day in, day out, you see these children on the streets. I bet you the kind of education this child have, these children they are not even close. These ones are not even close to the kind of education that Ekuapim Poloo son had. But you are telling me the mother being in front of the son this way is traumatizing. It's an abuse. But yes, these ones are normal. Oh, these children, these things are normal. Oh, these people are not being abused. This is normal. We are in Ghana. Oh, yes. All these things are normal. Yes. These children, there is no abuse. There is no abuse. This one, there is no abuse. Yes. These things are normal. Yeah, these ones, they are all normal. They are not being abused. But this is an abuse. This is abuse. Come on. Are we serious as a country? Are we serious as a country? And Ekuapim Poloo showing her nakedness to her own son. How does this affect Ghana's economy? Ekuapim Poloo decides to show her own nakedness to her own son. How does this affect Ghana's economy? You call this child abuse, but you guys sat in Ghana and were able to bring out a curriculum about CSE, that should come and show this same child that you claim the mother is abusing him. Okay? You claim, let me do this. You claim Ikeapim Poloo is traumatizing this child by showing her nakedness. But you guys went all the way to bring an education which you have not still taken out of the curriculum. It's still there in disguise. Okay? It's not like we are fools. Most of us, we learn. That CSC education, comprehensive sexual education, you have not taken it out. It is still there in disguise. You wanted to come and teach this same child how he can turn his penis into a vagina, how he can decide to sleep with his own fellow man. This is what you wanted to come and do. You wanted to come and train this child to tell him he's a male, but he can decide to be a female anytime he grows up. But you are telling me the mother being in front of this child naked is abuse to the child. What kind of sick people are we? The comprehensive sexual education has not been taken out of the syllabus. Forget it. They found a way. They trained the teachers. Because Ghanaians shouted and stopped them from bringing such a book into the syllabus, they found a way to train the teachers. Our nurses and our doctors were equally trained with such education to educate people. Yes. We know where we get our information. And I know what I'm talking about. The teachers in Ghana were trained with comprehensive sexual education in order to communicate with the children. They told you they took it out of the syllabus. This is the kind of system that we run in the country. Yes. So you are in a country where a child seeing the nakedness of their own parent become an abuse, but a child who will carry tons of loads on their head, roam the streets of Accra the whole day, it seems normal. This thing is normal. What kind of child right is this? Is this not the human abuse to the highest degree? Is this not human abuse to the highest degree? Then child services. Yes, child services. You didn't see this. You are not in Ghana. Oh, these things, they are not in Ghana. These things are not part of Ghana. These things are all happening somewhere in Europe, America. This is child abuse. Yes, this is child abuse. I said, I don't know what kind of lawyer went to court and went to plead guilty for this picture as nudity. I can show you words of these pictures. I just don't want to bring any celebrity on my video to defame them or something. I can show you celebrities who are doing worse things than this. Celebrities who are just putting male fruit on their breast and their vagina as a picture. There are worse things than this. So yes, the law has dealt with Ikeapim Poloo, and I am happy with the law. But I'm asking, when Hanestete's son was fucking his girlfriend in his car, and the video came live, what was done to the child? We were here, we were in this country when Hawa Kumsen took guns and were firing amidst people. A gun who they do not even find who the gun belonged to. Till today, they cannot even prove the registration numbers of the gun and who owned the gun. But we're here. When the police went to harass Funny Face and arrest him for firing warning shots in a residence. You see, these are the things that the youths are going to start thinking about. And it's not going to be good for the leaders of this country. Yes. Funny Face was arrested for what? Because he went somewhere to fight with people. And he came back home and took his gun and was firing warning shots. He was arrested. But an honorable minister went amidst thousands of people and started firing shots up and down. Nothing was done to this person. This is the kind of justice the country is talking about. This is the justice that the country is talking about. 90 days is not much. If you Poloo will go and come back. But you see, this is an eye-opener. This case will make someone like me never forget. And there will be instances. Look, I said this Ekuapim Poloo's case will not be the first and will not be the last. There are more to come. And we, the youth, are in Ghana and we will be watching with our eyes. Tomorrow, we will refer you. And you see, all these things can happen because your leaders are smart and you are like the fools. You are like the sheep following the shepherds. So you went to school all the way from preschool, kindergarten, you went to the primary school, JHH, SHS, and you went to university and you finished. You do not even know your own right in your country because your constitution was not taught to you in school, but rather other books that they saw of interest was talking to you. Yes, they taught you other books. Your own constitution, a Ghanaian child, or let me not say a child, a Ghanaian born of 30 years does not even know what the Ghanaian constitution says about themselves. They do not know. They do not know. So when you arrest a Ghanaian child, all of a sudden, they feel like the only right the Ghanaian child knows they have is bribing the police. Look, everything has a remedy. And we will think, oh, the only right that the Ghanaian child knows they have with the police is bribing the police. So anytime the police is harassing a Ghanaian citizen, the only thing they can do is pay with bribe, pay with money, because that is the only right they think they have. A Ghanaian child of 30 years does not know the rights they have in their own country. That is why a lawyer would tell Ekuapim Poloo to go and plead guilty for the picture of shooting a picture naked with her own son. We don't know. We do not know because your leaders want you to be where you are. They don't want you to come and give them pressure. So they have found systems that are making you give pressure to other things. So instead of pressuring your leaders, you go and pressure an unknown God. Instead of pressuring your leaders, you go and do sikagari. Instead of pressuring your leaders, you go and look for other means of getting money. The black child, this is how we are trained and programmed to think. It has happened to Ekuapim Poloo, yes. We were in Ghana this same 2021, an honorable minister sat live on his TV and threatened people that he was going to burn the house of an ex-president. That one is not in the law. That one is not in the Ghanaian law. It is not, that one cannot be found anywhere in the law. What is the law? If the law work, let the law work on this kind of a law that they tell you you cannot take a president to court. You cannot investigate a president unless the person has been an ex-president for 10 years. In which country? Trump was still a president in the United States and look at what was happening to him. How many years did he leave that seat before he has been impeached in court? But yet, the one who gave you a constitution to destroy you knew these are the things you want. So your leaders come into power and they squander your money and you cannot do anything about it because they have the laws that is protecting them. So a president can tell you, you cannot send me to court unless I have been an ex-president for 10 years. What happened after 10 years? When this country, when the special prosecutor was appointed, Matiamidu, he could not even arrest an ant. Matiamidu could not arrest a cockroach. until he resigned. What's the justice? You are telling me this is justice? Because yes, we caught it Poloo with nude pictures on social media. So she has been sentenced. Yes, the judge. That same judge sits in their house and they watch pornography all the time. Yes, they go to US. Look, you see, the people that I don't like in my life are the hypocrite Ghanaians who have found themselves in people's country where there is eye-opener and they still don't learn anything. There are some Ghanaians living in US and Europe. They are villages more than a Ghanaian living in some bush far away. There are some Ghanaians, they claim they are abroad, but they are villagers. They are so ignorant to the extent that even the cocoa farmer's son in some bush is wiser than them. Yes. So when they come to social media, they talk anyhow. Look, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, okay? Me, I am a lone child, okay? I am a lone child. And I was brought up by a single parent, okay? I was brought up by a mother. The kind of connection that I had with my mother, it made me so close to her. To the extent that, let me tell you this, when my mom was sick, before she should die, when my mom was sick on her sick bed, I'm the one who wakes up in the morning, bath her, and take her to the hospital. I bath my own mother. Yes. So a Ghanaian male child cannot do that to the mother. Then he has to go and rent someone to come and do that. Because at the end of the day, her own mother's skin has become so filthy and so ashamed for him that he cannot. Yes. Even at the point of death, when my mother died, I was the one who bathed my mother before she was put in the mortuary. I was not shy of her nakedness. Her nakedness never traumatized me. After all, it was the same nakedness which I came from. So you are telling me the nakedness of a mother can traumatize a child, but a child carrying heavy loads on his head and roaming on the streets of Accra cannot traumatize the child. That one is not child abuse. That is justice. We speak to our people. And this morning, this is what I'm here to tell you. When the law in Ghana should work, which we are all fighting for, then the law should work. It should work on everybody. No one should be excluded in the law. No one should be above the law. When it happened to Kwesi and Kwesi is caught, when it happened to John, John should be also caught. And our Ghana celebrities, the ones that are on social media doing free Poloo now, free equipping Poloo, free equipping Poloo. No, you are playing with emotions. What you are doing, you are exhibiting emotions. You are not exhibiting knowledge. How many of you came out to address this issue when equipping Poloo decided to do this? How many of you? So today you are there fighting free Poloo, non-free. No, the law in the country is the law and it should work. The law should not be attached with emotions that, oh, let's free her because she has a son. Let's free her. No. That's, the law does not work that way. Let's make the law work according to how it works. The law should not be a favor of persons based on their social level. And the law should not be individualized. When you individualize a law, it does not become a law, it becomes an oppression. Yes. Laws are generalized. Laws must be generalized. Laws must not be individualized. When you individualize a law, the law becomes an oppression to another party. So you oppress people with that same law. because that same law cannot arrest certain people, but that same law would arrest certain people. That becomes an oppression. That is not a law. So let's stop individualizing our laws. Let's stop attributing the laws to certain classes in society. Like I said, if that's the cause of the law for Ethiopian Poloo to be sentenced, I don't have a problem with it. She knew what she did. And even though someone like me will fight this case to the end, that's what she wanted and she got it. Unfortunately, maybe she doesn't even have money enough to get a good lawyer. So she got a lawyer who I was listening to on Peace FM. The lawyer was interviewed on Peace FM and the lawyer said, yeah, he found a clause. He found a clause in the Ghanaian constitution that states that what Ethiopian Poloo has been accused of is not that huge. It only attracts about 500 penalty points. That is why when you plead guilty, the judges can be lenient with you. That is why he advised her to go and plead guilty. So they did not want to fight and test the law. Meaning what? Let me tell you this. Let me educate you about. Meaning the lawyer and the judges have already prejudged the case before bringing Ethiopian Poloo to court. They have already prejudged the case. The lawyer have prejudged the case. Yes, she is guilty. They did not use the law to jail Ethiopian Poloo. They have already judged her that she is guilty. So they did not try the law. Because if you should go inside the law, if you go inside the constitution, Ethiopian Poloo has also got a lot of clauses. So they did not use the law. It was prejudgmental. That is what we all do. We judge people without investigating. We judge people without actually knowing what it is. Oh, he is guilty and she was guilty. So it was a prejudgment. All the people that sat in the court already had a prejudgment about the case. So they judged her according to how they thought they saw fit. There are some lawyers who would battle. I said we are in this country when an honorable minister insulted judges. He insulted judges in court. When he was impeached, he still got lawyers and took them there. Oh, my friend, what are you saying? People have got lawyers who have taken them out of worse cases than nudity in public. Yes. How many lawyers did 930 take to court? How many lawyers did Namwan have? Look at Namwan. Namwan made people commit suicide. People hanged and killed themselves because of Namwan. This guy is walking there freely. And the Ethiopian Poloo has been jailed. Hey, Ghana. Till today, we don't know who murdered Ahmed Swali. We do not know. Ethiopian Poloo is in jail. What is justice? And we just want to ask the question, what is justice? So, I think I would like to end this video here. But I didn't come here to fight for Ethiopian Poloo. I said, let us test the laws in the country. If we actually want the laws to work, let's apply the law to everybody. And let us not exempt people from the law. When Duncan Williams' son was fucking 2 girls in a pool and decided to defame the character of his own father, he brought it live on social media. Most of the things he was doing, he was even showing it live. Is Duncan Williams' son above the Ghanaian law? The same judges, the same child services, were they not in Ghana when Dr. Williams' son was having a threesome in a pool and brought it live? Were the same judges not in Ghana? Were the same people, child rights services not in Ghana when Hannah Tete's son was fucking his own girlfriend in a car and brought it to the media space for people to watch? Are the same justice people not here? When people like Nafi X, bad girl Nafisa are walking on the media space with their showing their nudity all around in videos, saying profane things. And our European brothers, they said they are in Europe and America. They are there. Nudity is something they sleep with. Nudity is something they watch every day. Nudity is something they, even at their workplaces, it is there. And yesterday I heard someone who was saying, I'm in Germany, and Germany doesn't happen like that. I said it is a lie. In summertime, how does Europe look like? You see people in their bikinis, all sorts of bikinis. People leave their homes to the market wearing ordinary panties and bras. Maybe the part of Europe that you people are, I don't know. But we have seen a lot. And another message to the religious people in Ghana. You see, religion will not be exempted from this. Let me give our religious people this simple message. I heard them saying, what the Poloo did, it goes against our culture. It goes against our culture. Please, religious people, does our culture only come into play when you don't like something? Does our culture only comes into play when you don't like something? Yes. When there was the issue of LGBT, some pastors started fighting, our culture frowns on it. Our culture frowns on it. Your culture frowns on it. Were you not the same people who have demonized the same culture, calling the culture evil? Are you not the same people who have destroyed the culture? Does the culture only work when you see that there is something wrong that you don't like? This time, you go inside and tell us our culture does not support it. That is the hypocrisy of religion. We are here. As a Ghanaian, as a Votarian, I know a lot of things my culture frowns on, and I am someone who knows my culture will work better than the religious laws. When it comes to the upbringing of children, my culture will work better than the religious laws. Are you not the same people who said, now you don't want to be under law, but you want to be under grace? That when you sin, there is a savior somewhere who is defending, who is trying to save you. There is a savior who is atoning for your sins. When it comes to issues like that, you come out and say, our culture does not support it. Our culture frowns on it. Nonsense. You people have demonized our culture. Our customs and traditions was destroyed by the church and Islam. The good cultures that we have, that brought up children to be good people in society, you guys demonized the culture and we got rid of it, and today you are talking to me about culture because you've seen something you don't like. Hypocrisy. Hypocrisy. You defame your culture to the extent that you don't even regard your own language. You don't regard your own food. You don't even regard your own way of marriage. You prefer other people's way of living to yours. Yes, the people who brought you the Bible, the people who brought you the religion in which you are doing the white weddings and wearing those coats with those white colors on your neck, they are the same people who brought the LGBT. They are the same people who brought the nudity to the media space. So if you want your children to leave your customs and your cultures behind, these are the things they are going to follow. So don't come out and speak nonsense. Know that you are the cause of the problem. I want to put my link there. I will not be taking any phone calls for some 10 minutes. If someone have anything to say, please You can follow this link and come join me here. If you have anything to say, my brothers and sisters, please, let's do our best and support Paulina Noche. Okay. We have our sister who needs an urgent surgery. We have a sister who needs an urgent surgery. Please, let's do our best to support Paulina Noche. She needs an urgent surgery. This is it. That is the Fidelity Bank account number and Momo number in case you want to support Paulina Noche. And below is also I'll post there is a GoFundMe. Okay, there is a GoFundMe link. Okay, I'll paste it down there. Yeah. Oh, let me post the link down there. GoFundMe. If you want to support Paulina Anoche, yeah, please. This is the Momo number. If you want to support Paulina Anoche, this is the Momo number. And there is also the GoFundMe, like our sister needs urgent surgery. She has been paralyzed right from there. I think from her brain up to somewhere. Most part of her body is not working. We are taking her to India for this surgery, where they believe they can actually cure her. So please, the GoFundMe link is being posted, and this is also a number for you to support her through mobile money or account number through Fidelity. Please, let's help save our sister. We don't know what the future holds for her. Please, let's help save Paulina Noche. My link is also posted. All what I came here to say, if you have anything to say about it, please, you can join me live here. For some reasons, my phone is not with me, so I cannot take in phone calls. But if you want to follow the link, I'll be here for the next 10 minutes. Come and share your views on what I came to say. The laws in Ghana, what are your views about the law? Are the laws working, or the laws are only meant for some people? Please, let's help Paulina Noche. Let's help save this girl. Let's help save this girl. She has actually roamed. She has been deceived by these so-called men of God. They've sold a whole lot of things for her, but we want to actually save her through science. And we know it is possible with your help. Follow the GoFundMe link. Put anything, $10, $5, anything that you have. Please, let's help save a sister. Let's help save a sister. Okay? Thank you very much. The link is still available. Anyone who wants to come, I see you online, maybe you are busy. Philip Sukre. Anyone who wants to join me here to fire anything. Surugu Kwaku, I see you there too. If you want to join me here, you can come. Let's share our thoughts. It is our country. It is Ghana that we are fighting for. We are not fighting for anybody. We are fighting for Ghana. We want the system to be better to help us. We do not want our youth to get to the point where they will think they have nothing more to lose. And the leaders of the country are not going to like it. When the youth get to the level where they think they have nothing to lose, the leaders in this country are not going to like the end result. So even us doing this, we are trying to fight a better fight. We want revolution. But the kind of revolution we want, we are fighting for mental revolution. But if our leaders does not listen to what we are saying and change their attitudes, then the kind of revolution that is going to come is something that they will not like. And I'm telling them it is going to affect the same children that they are grabbing all this world for. So please, we are doing our best to let our people know that the kind of revolution that we need right now is a change of mindset. We are dealing with a mental revolution, and our leaders should help with this campaign and change their attitude. But when the youth get fed up, they will be sorry. When the youth get fed up of injustice, they will be sorry. When the youth decide to take the law into their own hands, they will be sorry. Because the future of the country is the youth. And the youths are watching whatever you people are doing. The youths will not forget. The youths are never going to forget. The youths are not going to forget. Thank you very much. Let me read some comments. Before I go. I think I have some 6 more minutes. There's no rich person who will strip his kid naked on social media. Moreover, Ghanaians are only thinking about the nakedness of a Poloo, but they don't think about the nakedness of the kid. It can be used against the kid in some day in the future if you want to hold a higher position. You see, Otuntum, for some reason, I don't accept this. Was the kid naked? Otuntum, was the kid naked? How many kids in Ghana haven't you seen wearing, some of them even just wearing something like Pampers? Osi Otuntum, before I came, I've sat down for 3 days now and I've analyzed this picture to an extent. If there is someone to be called nude in this picture, it is a Poloo. The child there is the child naked. How many Ghanaian children are walking on the street without a dress on? How many come Otuntum, come and let me take you around the Zongos in Ghana right now and see how many kids are walking on the streets of the Zongo with their penises and their vaginas on. You call this what? You call this what? At the end of the day, we go to beaches all the time, and this is how men are even dressed in beaches. Who would come tomorrow and defame the character of this child because of this? Because he's wearing a boxer shorts and taking picture. No, if the emphasis is on the nakedness of the mother, let's address it. But you cannot tell me this child standing here is naked. No, the child is not naked. And this cannot be used against any child. We've seen worse than this in society. Our leaders, there are most of them who have pictures of their childhood that was worse like this. They didn't have boxer shorts during their time. So let's leave it there. That one is not an argument. I don't want to go there. I know what I'm talking about. If there is someone naked in this picture, it's the mother. The child is in no way naked in the picture that I'm seeing. That is all. I know what I'm talking about. The link is still there and available. Who is this? Let me read a little comment. Ghanaians are hypocrite. Thank you, Nibote. That one we know. Ghanaians are very hypocrite. Some Ghanaians, more hypocrisy. Ghana Kwasasem Justice Department. Thank you, Moses Ganaba. Politicians says Ghanaian money, but they are not in jail. Oh, that one, there are a lot of them. They do it every day. It's on everyday basis. They do it. They are not in jail. Poloo was ill-advised to plead guilty. All charges against her were not properly explained in relating to Poloo picture. She was bullied just because the public outrage. Yes, you see, the lawyer, I said the problem I had with the whole case was the lawyer. I listened to the interview of the lawyer and what he said. I even got annoyed. I don't know why someone should pay such a person to be a lawyer. That one is their own case. Maybe she doesn't have the money enough to even call for an appeal. But the lawyer actually told Ekuapim Poloo to plead guilty because the lawyer thought when she does that and does not waste the time of the court, they'll be lenient with her. That is the mind of the lawyer. He said this live on live radio interview. So for the lawyer there, let's leave him out of the equation. We have a lot of lawyers, but not all of them knows the law. So yeah. Oh, thank you. The son of Duncan Williams, yeah, I said that. Thank you. Quite rice. I think I would like to end the video here. Morrison, Abanus, bro, it's because if Poloo is a self. That's why you have the whole world time to come and listen and sit here and vomit all this rubbish. See, even Akari was jailed as a great entertainer. So how much more is a Poloo? Let me tell you, you are wrong. These so-called celebrity think they are sometimes above the law and can and do all manner of rubbish anytime and go scot-free. Who do they think they are at all? If it were to be just a low person on the street, will people come? You see, my brother, I think you joined me very late in the discussion. Anytime you join a program, okay, don't be prejudgmental. Me, when I join a program and it's very late in the program, I don't usually comment. But I take my time and go back and watch what the person said. That led to the point where he was speaking before I make a comment. This thing that you are saying here is excellent, but you are misjudging what I came here to do. On the first start of the program, I said I am not here in support of Equiapim Poloo. My program is based on how the law in Ghana is used. I did not come here to support Equiapim Poloo. My problem is, if the law, I said it at the beginning that if the law wants to deal with Equiapim Poloo, even if she is jailed for 20 years, I don't care. But the same law should be applied to everybody. I gave emphasis where people have gotten scot-free with these things. There are a lot of, you see what you're also saying? There are a lot of people. I said Duncan Williams' child, son, he was having threesome with ladies in a pool. He brought it live on social media. Did you hear from it? You were here when Kubolo stripped himself naked on a live television. Did you hear anything? We were in the country when Hanatete's son was fucking Doggy. His own girlfriend in his car recorded it and brought it on live camera. Did you hear anything from it? I am here to talk against the law. I'm not here to talk for Equiapim Poloo. Yes, of course, the case of Equiapim Poloo has enlightened us. Just like your leader sat down for a 10-year-old boy to be murdered before they realized they should ban ritual money on television. It was the 10-year-old boy that was used as a cause. So we are using the Equiapim Poloo case to test the justice system of the country. So my brother, maybe you didn't get me well. Go back, watch the video from the beginning, and you understand everything that I'm saying. Please let's find someone who understands the law to teach us about it. Yeah, Otuntum, that is also very necessary. But the Constitution of Ghana, it's available. You see, let me tell you this. The Constitution of Ghana is available and is free on web. You can download the Constitution of Ghana and see what right you have as a citizen, and what the law says about the things that you do. Nudity, publishing nudity is an offense, but yet there is a way the nudity is addressed. Most of these things that I'm saying, I have seen it. I said publishing nudity is an offense in the Ghanaian law, but the nudity can also be explained and justified. So please, we need someone to teach us the law, but we can equally learn the law. You can equally learn the law if you want to. Not necessarily someone teach you. We are in the age of information, and information is available free of charge. Try and get a hold of the Ghanaian Constitution and start learning it on your own self. The lawyer put Equiapim Poloo in that mess because the lawyer thought they pleading guilty will make the judges lenient on the case. That is what he thought. He did not think through that they are laws. Your MPs that went to steal ballot papers in Parliament, today, when they are caught, they will use laws to defend themselves. I said we were in Ghana when Kenoforiate's name popped up in a scandal. He came out and gave a law that he cannot be investigated whilst he's still finance minister. So the law is there. And there are some of the laws that you see has been written and favoring some people. That is it. I am not here to say what Equiapim Poloo did is right or wrong. I am saying if the law can catch Equiapim Poloo, the law should have caught Duncan Williams' son. The law should have caught Hanatete's son. The law should have caught Kennedy Japan. Yes, if the law should work, a lot of ministers in Ghana should have been in prison by now, serving their sentences. What I am here fighting for is let the law not be individualized. When the law is individualized, it is no longer a law, but an oppression. That is what I'm here to talk about. So anyone who don't understand me can watch the video from the beginning, try to see all the points that I built. That is why I'm here. Brother, there are already laws that is used by lawyers aside the constitution. There's a law called existing law. Do you know about that? Yes, that is what I'm telling you. Otuntum, all this information are available. You see, when you go to buy a land from an estate agency in Ghana, they have this big book agreement that they give you. There are a lot of clauses in the agreement, but the most important one is always somewhere at the middle or close to the end that you will never have the time to read. And that is when they will use it against you. Poloo was accused on 3 charges in court, and I have tried to research about all these charges. The first charge, he was sued by the Ghana Child Services that she's abusing her own son by showing her nakedness to the son. That was the first charge. And I am not here to talk against it. I said, what is child abuse than a child carrying tomatoes on her head and roaming the streets of Accra whilst others are learning? If the same child services is here, shouldn't that same law work for these street children? That is what I'm here to say. The second child was publishing nudity. That is also in the Ghanaian law. When you publish nudity, it's an offense. But when you go in, there is a law that is also backing someone doing something like acting pornography and all this stuff. There is a law backing an actress and an actor in Ghana. This is what you also don't know. That is why I said the lawyer did not do his job very well. Because Poloo is not also an ordinary person, but she's a celebrity. She's an actress. That is it. But when it comes to the law, there are a lot of things. Yes, we always say in Ghana, the police have got 99 laws. You just use one to arrest you because we don't know the law. They know the law. Because you don't know their right, they know their right. So I didn't come here to fight for Poloo. I came here to make sure the law in Ghana works and is working with everyone. When it happens to me, let the law deal with me accordingly. When it happens to a minister's child, let it deal with. When it happens to the president, let the law deal with the president accordingly. When it happens to you, Otuntum Ahumbrasieni, let the law deal with you. But if we see people freeing themselves from, we are in Ghana. Look, some people was sentenced 15 years imprisonment for stealing a goat. We are in Ghana when people are in jail for 15 years for stealing a goat, but someone stole the country's 51 million Ghana cedi and the person is walking free. Do you know why? Because the person understands the law and knows what to use. The one who stole the goat does not need, the person is so poor that he does not even know the law. The person who stole the 51 million will go and hire lawyers who claim they know the law. And this is the law court. The truth does not work in the court. Truth does not work in court. It is evidence and the law that works in court. So, yes, truthfully, the person might be guilty, but the law can also free the person. That is what I was asking the lawyer to fight for. Simple. So when it comes to the law, it's like that. But let the law be equal to all of us. When I'm found guilty, I should be dealt with. When someone is found guilty, they should be dealt with. But we should not try to favoritize people. No. When Ghana, when someone came out boldly and said he has seen blood on the hands of somebody, and he mentioned the names of some 10 people that the person was going to kill before election 2020, where in Ghana, was the person even called to bring evidence as to what he was saying? Or are you telling because he said it's spiritual? That is a threat. If I can tell you, Tuntum, someone is going to murder you tomorrow, then I have to be able to provide evidence that it is true. The law should not be individualized. The law should be generalized. Thank you very much for joining me on this live video. Thank you. My name is Livestone GH. I'll be back again with you shortly on a nice live video. We are fighting for Ghana. We want Ghana to work so that you and I can benefit. Not even you and I, the upcoming generation. We want to give them a foundation which they are not coming to suffer. That is period. What Ikuapin Poloo did, I never supported it from day one, and I still don't support it. The fact that I am putting out there, it's seeing the nakedness of my mother does not traumatize me, and it's not an abuse to me. No, that one commonsensically, it's not even accepted. That me seeing the nakedness of my mother is an abuse to me. But my mother carrying loads of goods on me to go out there and hawk can be called an abuse. A child not having a classroom to sit down and learn like others are doing can be called an abuse. The nakedness of our parents are what we see every day. I said, come to Ghana. There is a family of 10 living in a single room, using one bathroom and one washroom. That is it. Nakedness does not traumatize anybody. So, as we started, everything that we start with a prayer, we must end with a prayer. My name is Lifestone GH. Till we meet again. 64 years after our colonial masters left us. 64 solid years after they left us. These are some of the things that are happening to us. Enjoy.
All the works of the darkness. What the powers? What another dangerous, mysterious oppression by the Major One. Watch him lifting up the whole woman, this good woman, according to the direction of the Holy Spirit. Christianity is not religion. Watch her scream. What Major One is doing. This is mystery and strange to those of you. If you are living in Canada, that is the power. That is the power. This is mystery. Do not try it at home. This is dangerous. The heavenly terror. Tell your pastor.
Of what we use, looking for what does not exist. I'm hearing that a governor in the south is spending 10 billion naira to build an ecumenical a place of worship for all Christians. I don't know, is it true? I hope it's not true. I read it on Facebook. That's why I'm throwing it to you now. The governor from South, I think it's Akwa Ibom State. Is anybody from Akwa Ibom State here? Is it true? It's true. You also heard it. That your governor wants to spend 10 billion naira to build a worship center. And I'm sure in our hearts we'll be clapping for him. Hey, he's a Christian. How many industries have they built? What are you building another house for in a state where I'm sure you can't count the number of churches? The numbers are too big. God doesn't even know where to stay again. He's confused. You're building another one for what? Do you know how many agro-allied industries 10 billion can build? For a state where I'm sure it has among thousands of jobless youth. You will build the church, the jobless people will now come to the church and be praying, not knowing that their job is where they are standing on.
Christianity is a business.
Yeah.
Jesus is the product. Christians are the customers. Your prophet and your pastors are the beneficiaries.
Yeah.
Logic and common sense.
What a new way to cool off and quench your thirst. And now everyone is enjoying the surprising experience of Paradise Park treated drinking water. Join the refreshing experience and enjoy the all-new Paradise Park treated drinking water. Paradise Park treated drinking water. Drink pure, live more.